Find mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up and open. Palms face forward. Maybe find tippy toes. Drop the heels, lift the toes. Just take a moment to set up your mountain pose. Big full breath in. Easy exhale. Starting to narrow your breath down to just to your nose. So all the air we breathe in, if it's comfortable and possible, comes in and out through our nose. So standing tall, maybe tuning into the places that you can lift, the places that could be more supported and spacious. Maybe standing taller, draw the navel back. Let's see if the next breath we bring in can be the deepest breath that you've had at this point. And then as you exhale, see if you can exhale completely. Keep exhaling until you feel like you cannot exhale anymore. Your next inhale, let's add movement. Stretch the arms up, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up. Bend the knees a little bit, big stretch up. You could move slowly. And then exhale, hands connect to the chest, arms released by the sides. Do it again. Inhale, arms lift. Stretch up and reach up. Maybe open the arms if you want to. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift the chest. Exhale, bow. Inhale, stand up. Stretch up, reach up, maybe stretch backwards, really long. Hands connect to the chest. Arms released by the sides. Big inhale, deeper than the previous. Stretch up, reach up, kind of like you just woke up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Big swan dive forward. Halfway lift the chest. A little muscular tension, a little bit more energy. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, big stand up. Reach up as you inhale. You could interlace the fingers, you could show the palms up, you might even stretch backwards. Hands connect, arms release. Again, inhale, arms up, reach up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Halfway lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we stand all the way up. Reach up, look up, stretch up, maybe stretch backwards. Hands connect, arms release, mountain pose. This time we inhale, arms lift. Exhale, big fold forward. Halfway lift the chest. Bend the knees, plant the palms, take it back to plank. You could lower to the stomach for cobra or upward facing dog. Maybe you go directly to downward facing dog. If you have your own way, take it. Maybe you skip it. Child's pose if you want to. Five breaths. When you're ready, we take it to the top. Hop, step, walk, jump if you want to. Lift the chest as you get here. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, big energy brings you up to stand. Reach up, stretch up as you get to the top. Maybe look up. Hands connect to the chest, arms released by the sides, mountain pose. Inhale, big reach up. Stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift the chest. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank. Meet in downward facing dog. Same thing, take your time. You could go directly, you could add your own way. Sun's gonna get right up in my eyes. I'll stay here. After exhale 5, when you find it in your own time, take it to the top. You know what to do. Lift the chest when you get here. Exhale, big fold forward. Inhale brings you all the way up to stand. Reach up, stretch up, look up, maybe stretch open or backwards or out. Let's take this one straight over the legs, bow forward. Lift the chest up halfway. Bend the knees, plant the palms, same exact thing, meet in downward facing dog. You can go your own way. Five breaths. When you're ready, bring it to the top. Lift the chest as you arrive. Maybe hands even find the shins. Fold forward. And then the same thing, we stand up really tall, reach up, look up, maybe stretch backwards. You could stretch open. Let's bring the hands to connect to the chest. Arms released by the sides. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Stretch up. Exhale, bow over the legs. Let's lift the chest up halfway. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and we take the same movement to downward facing dog. So you can go directly. We have all the same choices. Take your time. There's hair all over this yoga studio. Let's take the right leg up. Open it up. Give it some space. Maybe look under the right armpit. Softly, let's bring the knee into the nose. Warrior one. So just a gentle, easy step. You can stretch the arms up. The arms could open. They could come out. Yeah, maybe lift the eyes. Let's go warrior two, open the arms. And then we'll take the hands down, slow motion, frame the foot to downward facing dog. You could add direct movement, so maybe go directly to downward facing dog, or you could add a little flow. Make this as easy or as challenging as you want it to be. Right, taking away or adding on, doing all the flows or not. Let's take the left leg up. Open the left leg, bend and open, give it some space. Keep reaching the big toe. Draw the knee into the nose, warrior one. Step up and reach up. It can be a little or a lot. Again, you decide. Maybe the arms are down. Just find a little support. Warrior two. Maybe it looks like this. What you guys can't see is I had blue dye all over. Some still here on my hands because I didn't really use gloves at first. So, but now it's not really on there. I was really nervous at first. Soften the shoulders. Hands come down, slow motion. Step back to plank. You might even swing the leg up if you want to add a little fancy movement. You could go from there to upward facing dog or cobra to child's pose or downward facing dog. Same thing. Let's take the right leg up. Bend it open. Give it some space. Maybe this time you add something onto it. So you could let the right fingers get light. Maybe one finger, maybe right arm lifts up. You let it come around. You could do nothing. If you changed it, bring it back to where it came from. We'll bring the right knee into the nose, light step. So again, think slow motion, foot between the hands, drop the left foot down. Inhale, arms come up, warrior one. Same thing, arms could do something different. Draw the right hip back, bend the right knee. Warrior two. Widen the stance to make it more spacious. Arms could slide out. Let's exhale, bring the hands down. This time, let's drop the left knee. You can keep the left leg long like this. If you want more support, left toes, you're going to turn more toward whatever is behind you. We'll take the right leg back. So it's kind of like a side plank, but we're on the foot, on the shin. So if your legs are more lined up, hand, knee, foot to heel, you're kind of on a tightrope. So if this left foot faces more behind you, it gives you more stability for support. So push the left hand down. See how my shoulder is over my wrist now as opposed to being back here. We want a little bit more shoulder support. Flex the stomach. Reach up with the fingers. You might even look up to your right thumb. See if you can balance here. Take 2 breaths. Think about pushing your right foot down into the ground, even your pinky toe side. Push the left hand down, pull the belly button back. Exhale, right hand comes down. We'll drop the left shin or keep it on the ground. The right leg stretches back. Push the ground away. So we have all 10 fingers, both hands on the ground. Let's close this right hip. Flex the foot. Think of lengthening the leg higher. Push the hand and the shin down. Let's point the toes. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let's take another breath in. This time, exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Inhale, expand. You might even look forward. Exhale, contract. Think of cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time. Reach the toe really long. Exhale, hug it in, push the ground away. Let's go back to extension. We can stay here, maybe bend the knee. You could reach around with the left hand for the foot or the ankle. You could push the toes up to the ceiling, maybe even just bending this knee. You're already going to get the same stretch. You don't have to go very far. If you have the ankle, think about pushing with the leg instead of pulling with your arm. Think about pushing your foot. One more big breath. Let's easy, softly set it down. Child's pose or puppy pose. So you could be here, you could come forward and rest with your butt up. Big inhale. Maybe an exhale through your mouth. Let's do it again. Big breath in. Exhale. One more time. Slowly, let's crawl the fingers forward. Downward facing dog directly, or you could add a flow if you want a little extra movement. You could also take water, which is what I'm gonna do with my big gigantic gallon jug. Yeah. Let's reset everything. So once we get to downward facing dog and have a moment there, go to the top of the mat. Lift the chest as you arrive. Exhale, fold over the legs. One more time like that, halfway lift. Find length in all directions. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach up, look up. Maybe stretch backwards. You might even open the arms to a T, like you want to give a huge hug. You could bend the elbows. Hands connect to the chest, arms released by the sides. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple times. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms lift. Stretch up and look up, reach up, really long. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift the chest, big support. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank, meet in downward facing dog. Again, your choice, your route to go. You got lots of options. And none of them are required. So we pick up our left leg when we do arrive, whenever we get there. Left leg is up, open it up. You might add a little flavor. So you can bring your right forearm down. Or maybe you find left fingers. That was what we talked about last time, but you have all the choices. Maybe one finger, maybe left arm lifts up. It could also find your chest. Find a little bit of space. It's easy if you have a wall behind you. And then if you changed it, we'll come back slowly. Bring the knee into the nose. Light step, warrior one. Inhale, arms come up. They might look different. Draw the left hip back. Push into the foot. Both feet push down, lift the arches. So we're not collapsing internally like this, but we're activating the legs open. Maybe hands are here, arms could be here, they could be up. Big inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Warrior two. Open the arms. Find support. Maybe sink a little bit. We take the hands down, slow motion. This time, drop the right shin. Left leg comes around. We ground that foot down. So again, the right toes can point to the left ankle. I'll do mine like this. Right toes can point to the left ankle. We want that left foot to be down. Right hand is beneath the shoulder. So if you look down, make sure that's in a good line. And then we could bring the left hand here. It could come up. It could go to your hip. You might even challenge yourself to look up. If you need more support, your right toes can point away from you. It kind of gives you a little kickstand. Whatever's touching the ground, push it down. Flex the stomach. Big full breath in. One more inhale, reach longer up to the ceiling. Exhale, hand comes down. We keep the right leg on the ground, left leg is long. Let's flex the foot first. Turn the glute on, drop the left hip down. Make sure your right leg, shin is touching the ground. We can push both hands into the ground, activate the backside, maybe lift the leg higher. Let's point the toe. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time like that. Engage the leg, lift it long. Your next big breath in. Exhale, knee comes into the nose. Inhale, expand, leg is long. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This time we expand it. So we could stay like this, maybe bend the back knee. You could stay here. Maybe right hand reaches around for the foot, your sock. You can push, again, what's touching the ground into the mat. And then push the ankle into the hand. One more big breath, pull the belly button back, big lift. Easy, softly, we set it down. Child's pose or puppy pose. Or if you prefer, you could take downward facing dog as your rest. Let's take 5 breaths. When you're ready, let's crawl the fingers forward. We'll make it back to downward facing dog if you're not already there. You can take your own way. You can go a fancy way. Let's walk the hands backwards. Go to the back of the mat. Lift the chest up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. You might adjust your feet. This is where we can use our block for a forward fold, so our legs are definitely warm enough. So we can grab block or your support, whatever you have at home. Maybe it's your legs, your ankles, your calf muscles, or your shins. We inhale, pull belly button back, and then exhale, bow. Bring your face right into the sun. Use your core muscles to help you get deeper. Inhale, find some space. Then exhale, condense into that space. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bow a little deeper. One more time. Let's take a relaxed version of this. You could hang over the legs, you could sway, you could bend each knee, you could shift the hip side to side, maybe tippy toe, move the head, exhale through the mouth. yet. One more big breath. Let's release the grip. Halfway lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach up, stretch up, look up, maybe stretch backwards or stretch open. You could reach the arms out. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the knuckles down like you're trying to bring them through your legs. You take a big back bend, a little opening, and then soften the knees as you come forward. Hands could rest on your back. You could look between your legs. Think about cradling a little egg. So we don't want to drop the egg. We don't want to let it fall on the ground. We want to just hold it right between our hands, kind of like this. Perfect. We just open the front of the chest in the middle of a forward fold. Let's take 2 breaths. Release the grip. Inhale, halfway, lift the chest. Bend the knees, we'll walk out to plank. Meet in downward facing dog. Right leg is up. Bend it open. You could add something if you want to. Maybe flip it over, maybe a little flavor, maybe you just balance, maybe you just breathe. If you changed it, we'll bring it back slowly with control. Right leg is still up. Bring the knee into the nose. This time we step directly into warrior 2. So let's just drop the left foot down. We wiggle it up. Warrior 2. So from here, I'm going to do mine like this. So we have warrior 2. Arms are out. We're going to take the right hand behind the head. So you might grab your shirt. You might grab whatever's back here, something. And then we'll take the left hand behind the back here. So they might look like this. It might look like this. It might be like this. You might even grab your own hand. So it doesn't matter what you touch. We can all pretend. So we'll take a big inhale, sink into this right knee. And then let's exhale, look over the left shoulder. See if you can reach your elbows away from the front side of the body. So your elbows are reaching whatever's going on behind you. They're reaching it that way. Pull the belly button in so don't let it arch your back. Big inhale. Let's slide the arms out, extended side angle. Right forearm comes down, left arm can come up. It could stay behind your back. If you want to, you could take, this is behind the back is a half bind. You could look down. You could take a little balance if you want to. You're like, what are you talking about? You're already balancing. One more big breath. Let's turn this into half moon. So we're already pretty much there. And if you have this bind behind your back, maybe you try to do half moon with this behind your back. So we could take this toe here. If you don't want this to be challenging, you could be like this. And this is probably actually still pretty challenging. So you could stay here. This might be more comfortable, maybe the leg lifted. It could be up like this. You could look down and could find the block or your support. Try not to look around. It'll be really hard to balance if you keep looking around at stuff. Think about using the outer left body to lift the leg higher. One more big breath. Easy, softly bend the right knee a lot so that we can step the left leg down. And then let's bring the hands on the inside. And we'll just start to lengthen this right leg. It doesn't have to be a lot. So we have warrior 2 feet, left leg stops or drops down for warrior 2, right leg just starts to lengthen a little bit. Maybe hands are on your support. We start to draw our right hip back. Maybe the knee is bent. Maybe the neck is in line with your spine, or you can even start to look toward your left leg. One more big breath. So from here, let's bend the right knee. We can bring the left hand down. So maybe your left foot stays in warrior 2, and you take a twist like this. You could also bring your left toes back up, or you could come up back up on your left toes. You could drop your knee down and twist like this. So it turns into palm down twist. Yeah. Left hand pushes down, pull the belly button back, big twist, draw the right hip back. And then let's turn it into a side plank, kind of like what we started with. So you could do it kneeling, the very first pose that we dropped into, or maybe you do it not kneeling, on your toes. You bring this foot in front, find support. You might look up to your hand. Before we leave and switch to the other side, let's take the right leg around for a flip dog. You could even have this left knee on the ground and lift the hips up. Slowly, softly, like you're using minimal effort. We come out of it however we got in there, we come out. We take it to downward facing dog. If you want to add a little something, maybe you go to child's pose if you want to take rest. You decide. Your own flavor. If you're in your boxers, maybe you chill, whatever you want to do. There might be more than one people in their boxers in this class. We do not know. And that is for you to know and for me not to be concerned about. When you're ready, let's hop, step, jump, walk, take a bike ride to the top of the mat, however you want to get there. Lift the chest as you arrive. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, stand all the way up. Big reach up, stretch up, look up, maybe stretch backwards. Hands connect to the chest, arms release by the sides. Let's take a reset. Inhale, arms lift. Big stretch up, look up. Open the arms if you want to. Bend the elbows if you want to. Exhale, fold over the legs. Let's halfway lift the chest, adjust the feet. We'll do forward fold again. So we did it before as we walked to the back of the mat. Now let's do it at the top of the mat so you could grab your support, your block, your bolster, your couch, your chair, your water bottle block. Inhale, exhale, fold. Even if the knees are deeply bent, does not matter. Show a little love to the hamstrings. One more big breath in. Big exhale to bow. Let's release the grip. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank, meet in downward facing dog. You can add a little flavor, a little something if you want to. Let's drop the knees, child's pose. You can stretch the arms forward. You can take puppy pose if you want to. If you feel like you want to lay on your stomach, you also have that option. Let's just take a big breath in, big exhale, maybe through the mouth if you want to. Two breaths. When you're ready, let's stretch both arms as far forward as they'll go. Maybe find fingertips. And then let's take it back to downward facing dog. You could go directly, you could add your own way. You take crow if you want to. When you're ready, let's take it to the top. Halfway lift the chest as you get here. Exhale, fold forward. You got it. One more time like that. Halfway lift the chest. Exhale, bow. Inhale, stand up. Reach up, stretch up. Look up. Maybe stretch backwards. Hands connect to the chest, arms released by the sides, mountain pose. Let's take tree pose as a detour. So pick what side. We're going to do both of them. Pick what side you want to do first. Stand up tall, it doesn't matter. Whichever one calls to you. Hands can connect, arms can release. Arms might be at the hips, they could be at the chest. We stand up tall. Find your breath. One more big inhale. Easy, we draw the knee forward. Gaze comes to the middle, give the leg a lift. Maybe give it, yeah, stretch it forward if you want to. Flex the foot, stand up tall. Yeah, and then bend it, step it down. Reset, tippy toes. Drop the heels, lift the toes. Arms can connect, they could lift. Foot can find the leg. Two breaths. Stand taller. We bring the leg forward, give it a lift. You could stretch the leg out, foot could be flexed. Heel reaches Toes reach up to the ceiling, stand tall, flex the stomach. Easy, hug it in. Step it down. When you're ready, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, stretch up, reach up. Let's do all this on the other side. Exhale, fold forward. Lift the chest. Bend the knees, plant the palms. Take it back to downward facing dog directly, or add crow, or go a special way. A direct way. Maybe you add a push-up. Maybe you want a little bit more. Maybe you want a little bit less. Let's take the left leg up when you get here. Add something on if you want to. You bend it, you can find tippy toe. Maybe the forearm comes down. Maybe it looks completely different. Maybe you do nothing. Find support. Slow motion as you bring it back to where it came from, lightly. We step to warrior two directly, so knee comes in, soft. Warrior two, inhale, arms come up. Slide them out. Beautiful. Arms can expand.
Yeah.
So this time, left hand goes behind. Right arm can reach up, kind of like this. Maybe it's here. Maybe you grab your shirt. Maybe you grab the air. Maybe you can grab your own fingers. Decide a little tight. So we're here somewhere. Let's take a big breath, sink. We look forward. And then as we exhale, let's slowly take the gaze over the right shoulder. Think about the elbows reaching away from you. So they're reaching toward the back side. Soften the shoulders, keep bending the left knee. One more big breath. Let's look forward, release the arms. We reach forward, connect. Left elbow or forearm, right arm could reach up, it could go behind for extended side angle. Maybe you have the half bind with the right hand behind the back. Maybe reaching for the inner thigh, the half bind. Maybe look down at your big toe. Keep bending the left knee. Let's keep it low for half moon. So maybe we keep this half bind if you want to. You can keep it here. Maybe toes touch. Right toes could touch. Maybe they lift a little. They could lift a lot. You could look down. You want the shoulder to be beneath or on top of the wrist. You could flex this foot, the right foot. Think of this whole side body. Lots of muscle to help it lift. Find a spot to focus the eyes. Let's take 3 breaths. One more big inhale. Easy exhale. Soften the left knee a lot, so we use it to control our landing, and then we bring the hands on the inside and then start to straighten or lengthen a little bit the left leg. So hands can find your block or your support like this. You could look at your left big toe. You might look at your right big toe. Just a little bend from the hips. One more big breath. Let's bend the left knee. So this is where we have that twist. So we can bend the left knee. You keep your right hip, your right foot at warrior two, and the right hand will plant, and the left arm will lift as you draw your left hip back, or you can come up on your right toes. You can even bring your right knee down for a twist. So wherever you are, we open it up. Push the hand down, reach the fingers high. Let's turn it into side plank. So I'm going to pivot Do mine like this. We can turn it into side plank, maybe with the knee down like we did, I don't know, a little bit ago. Maybe the leg is long. You can be like this. Maybe even looking up to your thumb for a little tricky balance. If you want to, or before we switch, we can add the flip. We can add the back bend. So you can let the left leg come over. Maybe drop the right knee if you want to. I want to, so I'm going to drop it. Push more weight into the right hand. And then slowly, we come back around. Take it back to downward facing dog directly, or add your own special way to get there. When you're ready, let's hop or step to the top of the mat. Lift the chest. When you get here, exhale, fold over the legs. And then inhale, stand up. Reach up and stretch up and look up. Big stretch tall, maybe look backwards. Exhale, fold over the legs. Halfway, lift the chest. Last big movement, if you want it, to downward facing dog. So you go directly, you could add a lot of jazz, maybe you take it all away, and you find a direct route to get there. When you get here, let's hop or step to seated. We will hop or step to seated. Let's bring the knees out in front. Move the hips side to side. Let's stretch both legs out in front. So we did this posture standing. Now we'll do it seated. Move the butt out of the way. And then I like to scoot myself forward. Sit up tall, big inhale, and then exhale back forward. Hands can support you. They could assist you by grabbing something, or maybe they go alongside. Feel the toes back. Tuck the chin. Strengthen the back muscles, so use the upper back to keep you supported and lifted. Let's bring it up. Right foot, left inner thigh. Sit up tall. Push the foot into the leg. So we did tree standing. Now we're doing it seated. Sit up tall. Exhale, fold. Looking for a little stretch into the back of the leg. When you find it, you did it. Let's bring it up. Switch sides. Right leg out, left foot, right inner thigh. Sit up tall. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. And then let's bring it up. Send both legs out in front. Move them a little bit. Let's lay down. Stretch the legs out long. Arms reach up overhead. Big long reach like you just woke up. Hug the knees in, give them a squeeze. let's take both feet to the flat on the mat, right ankle to the top of the left thigh. So you could do one of two things. You could do pigeon on your back, or you could do thread the needle. So it might look like this, thread the needle here with both feet flexed. You can do pigeon on your back by keeping the leg down, and maybe you wrap underneath. You could grab over top. We're trying to pull this leg up as opposed to bringing it down by your belly button. If it's really comfortable, maybe your leg is long, and then you could be here, which is kind of like pigeon on your back. So it really doesn't matter. You can do either one or none of them if you didn't feel like it. Little moth in here, what are you doing? Little moth. And then when you're ready, let's switch sides. We'll take the other leg on top, or the other leg is up here. Either one is great. So it's like this. Keep both feet flexed. No matter what you do, we're just looking for a little muscular tension. So push back into what's supporting you. Let's release it. And then we'll send both legs off to the left. If you have the room, the legs could even be straight. You could take your hand and kind of grab them to make that stretch a little more intense. The hand could even find the top of the thigh and hold it down as you twist right here in your torso. Bring it through the middle, switch off to the right side. Legs can be long if you have space, knees can be bent. Maybe look to the left, right hand could anchor the left leg down. We'll bring it to the middle, happy baby. Or if there's something else that we didn't do that you would like to, you could grab big toes. You could grab outer edges of the feet, ankles. You could grab the calf muscles behind the legs. You just look for a little bit of space. And then when you're ready, we'll settle in for the last piece of class. You could let the legs be long, or the knees could be bent, the sole of the feet could connect, and the knees could open, arms could open. You could even, I like to take my hands behind my head and just tuck my chin and move all my hair out of the way and let my head rest in a really comfortable, lengthened place. You could let the arms open up to the sides. Allowing yourself to breathe however feels most comfortable. You just tune into a little sense of awareness, consciousness before we go back into the rest of our day, whatever we were doing before this or after this. Just taking a little pause. Inviting in something fresh and clean as you inhale, and sending out something that does not serve you as you exhale. When you're ready, we can connect the hands at the chest, at the heart, maybe as a prayer. Take an opportunity to consider something that you feel grateful for. Share it in your mind 3 times. Take an opportunity to give thanks to yourself for stepping on your mat, for setting aside a little chunk of time to dedicate to your yoga practice. Send a thank you out to your fellow classmates for sharing this space with you and their energy and support. Thank you, as always, for tuning in with me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Namaste.